But for the most part, you just you see them look at that 1 minute, and there's that sort of the last attempt marker is when that clock gets down to 1 minute.
Exactly. Mao Nakamura getting established on women's number 1, nicely climbing into it. Like we said earlier, you don't have to start right in the position. You just have to make sure you establish and show that control of all 4 points. Now, she hasn't competed in a World Cup since Vail 2019, which she was in the final there and ended up 6th. So she's climbing like she wants to get back into that final for sure.
Absolutely. She's that sort of reaching across. We've talked about this right hand being difficult, but you see she's trying to jam her fist in there. So she's using that space between the walls and the friction to help her come around and now into that layback that you need to finish. Really great work. Really good work.
She climbed that perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, she did expend more energy doing it that way. Spurts of consistency. So it's nice to see her qualify so high here and really be in form this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Futaba Ito on the right. Watching her hip flexibility here, she looks so comfortable between all of these holds. You just see that she's finding all of the right balance positions so that she doesn't have to exert too much energy.
Yeah, and it allows you to be a little bit more comfortable. Not all your limbs are totally extended. Locked out elbows, locked out knees are hard to move out of. And she's just, she's got room to move her own body around, and that makes a big difference. And this is the moment. Control the swing is 1, and then generate 4.
Top on her first boulder problem.
Futaba back up on number 2. So there's mistakes to be corrected here as she comes into that transition from the compression to the big blue volume. Let's see if she can get it right this time.
Yeah, so smooth up until that point, though. It's almost like watching ballet.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, she's very precise and moves, you know, no extra effort. She's very, conservation of movement is important. Holds the swing. You can see her now full crimp there.
There we go. That's the position she wants to be in. Now she just needs to hold it to get to the top.
Excellent
Nicely
top.
done. Very happy with that, too.
Yes.
I love the celebration.
And so sometimes, you know, it's reaching down low and palming off the wall. You see all these little techniques, that things you might not have tried on boulder problems in your gym, that if you're paying attention, there's more than a few tricks you can put in your bag of tricks. And one of those is using the wall to your advantage and palming holds.
Really nicely
tucked up small into there.
Mantle by Holly.
Really good top. So.
The most top boulders around for the women.
Yeah.
Especially because he is a longer climber in general, that he works on that so much. And
Yep.
it's
so
pays
cool
off
how it pays
so
off.
yeah,
Often.
So impressive. I mean, I think he's more flexible than I am.
Yeah.
Like,
it might be.
100%.
It might
actually,
be.
I take it back.
You take it back. 100%. Adam Andrade is more flexible than Megan Martin. 100%.
100%.
Just in case you were betting at home, we've already solved it.
Yeah.
There's no debate.
I can kind of do an oversplit, but it doesn't matter. He's far more flexible.
And having power, as mobility is having power in that flexibility, and that's so crucial. Katja here, next try, the right foot here in Salt Lake City for the semifinal. Back-to-back comps coming up. We have a same happening next weekend, Boulder, and then we're having the addition of speed. So people are going to be up for a treat with back-to-back events here in Salt Lake. She's going to elect for the no-toe hook. That's good control.
See if she can make it happen here.
Natalia Grossman. Absolute, just out of ISO. What have you got for me today? Sorry, you don't have enough. And we've seen just climber, and we're getting into the last 6 climbers here, where you would expect to just see some crushing. And my goodness, this boulder is proving very, very, very difficult to get through. Sienna correcting her little mistake from the first attempt. And he's going to try that kind of big turn here, I think. Oh, it makes me nervous. Just trying to stick that right heel in, left heel in. Whew. And fatiguing, the boulder that Chloe on, it's a powerful line.
Very compression-y. Nicely into that zone hold again. Those kind of moves are great, though, because once you do it once, it's a very learned move, so you should be able to do it after, as long as you can figure it out with enough time.
Exactly. So we'll see if you can do a little bit more on the finish here. As we said, you can't, you're pushing up and in. The top of this hold is dual textured, it's slippery. The inside is very shallow. So you're really just relying on this a lot of balance and, I mean, a zero event.
Yeah.
He's so...
Ooh. Majdi. Very nice.
With, as we said, just enough time, but not...
He's going to have to move quick, though, especially with this last move.
Kenny, one.
He has to be very... Yes,
inside flag!
Oh! Amazing!
Amazing.
Boulder so far, but not using the intended beta or way in which the root setters wanted the athletes to do the boulder combo. Better decision making here from Alex Megos.
Yep. He's just getting...
Now, this is where the heel toe cam can work.
Yeah, and I mean, it tells you how bad these are because they're not just campusing.
Exactly.
They're not using shady heel hooks.
That likely you fall on once and then get your second try. Kokoro moving quickly through men's number 3.
Oriane already on the... So that's 2 tops in a bone zone for her. You see there on the bottom left of your screen. T in 1 top, 1 zone. Now it's going to be 2 tops.
Nicely into the zone here.
Really nice from Kokoro.
He looks very comfortable on this boulder. Really confident in his footwork, and I mean, those holds he looked very comfortable on, just kind of traversing through that lip section, which isn't surprising at all.
No, it's nice to see, but not super surprising from someone of his pedigree.
Nice overhead shot there, and that top hold is also a little slopey. So it's going to be one you need to go to somewhat carefully. Wow, really nice flag to just counter that barn door. Great
body control. You saw that left leg sort of flag out, as Megan said, and that's a really, really good top from Kokoro Fuji.
Of that boulder problem is really tricky to find that right balance position to not just fly off.
Christoph Schweiger here. He's had a rough round for sure, but it'd be nice to finish. That foot up is great.
That was really nice.
Would feel good to finish with the top, for sure.
Really having to press in there and hold that kind of swing barn door.
Really good body control, and as you were saying with Sean, you don't want to hustle, but you got to hustle.
Yeah. Oh, so nicely done. Able to get that compression between the arete. Now he's going to have to jump and throw his foot out to the left in order to hold the top.
In 10
he's
seconds.
Not even going to use the foot.
Oh, we tried to go same time. Kokoro sticking that move, and now he's got to find a tiny foothold. Interesting.
So smart.
Very interesting.
Now he can just press up, hopefully, and then get to the top.
Just got to find that right foot. Gently and carefully. He knows he can't make a mistake. Wonderful climbing. Kokoro. It does happen. You see people kind of lose a tiny bit of focus thinking about the top, and they'll slip in the middle somewhere and a move they've already done. So that's something to keep an eye on, is whether they've, as you say, remembered what they did the first time, and are they being careful enough to re-execute.
And what you just said is really important too. You have to stay so present, because if you're thinking about, oh, the top is so close, you can't do that, because if you lose your focus for half a second, next thing you know, you're falling off the boulder. See if she can hop to the finish. One hand.
Yeah, as we said, just a really good show of, again, contact strength. Come past points, and very, very strong is a great way to overcome that.
Exactly.
See what Miho's got. She's also going to do the compression.
The way she set up, she could do either one, but it looks like she thought about it for
just for half a second. Up high on that catch, too.
She has to be really careful here. There's that black tape. She can't get too close. I mean, she can go past it, but if she touches past it, it's too much. Wow, she is flying through this boulder.
Wow. She's going to come out and top the boulder in less than a minute. On that pinch, and she's wasting no time to jump back up on this boulder. She's that either comes from confidence, or I mean, you can get a little ahead of yourself when the adrenaline's flowing. You think, I was really close, I can do it this time. And in your head, you've taken 10 or 15 seconds, but you really haven't.
It's been 5, actually. But this is a boulder that you could do more times and quicker, because it's not super strenuous. It's just very technical. So if you are going to go back-to-back on a boulder, this would be the one to do it.
This is a good choice. And you see a little bit of an
There we
adjustment with
go.
her right foot, maybe an inch or two.
And she was able to squeeze with her left foot on the other side, too, to keep it together. Really nice top there from Natalia Grossman. And
I mean, she's obviously hoping for success for one of her competitors.
there we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, the crowd goes wild. Now, she shouldn't rush it because,
No.
oh, actually, she's fine, honestly. That zone, even though it took her 10 attempts to get to the zone, doesn't matter. She will still win this competition. And she's going to walk away with the top.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's 1 minute. So that's become a factor here.
There we go.
Wonderful.
Now he just needs to stay super present here and figure out how to stand up and get into the next one on this foothold. He looks so comfortable though.
And this nose shake going on.
We kind of saw everyone else be really afraid to stand on that hold. He just stood on it and gets a top with
Advanced your position on the boulder using that.
and it's not even like he was falling out from the wall. He was on the next two holds and looked like he had a chance of actually holding them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that will probably stick. It's always, you never know when someone's going to appeal something, and they have every right to. It's part of the process here. If your coach from one of the other federations sees something that they think they disagree with, then they will launch that appeal and say, go back and look at the film and make a decision. It's sort of an extended behind-the-scenes video replay, and you very, very careful work from Jakob here.
I really like what he did there when he crossed through. Everyone else was kind of crossing through in more of a back step way, and he kind of turned his foot into
Oh, look at this!
wow.
Look at this!
Nice save.
Huge save on what are objectively terrible holds. That's a really, really impressive show of strength from Jakob Schubert.
And just fight in general, knowing that he didn't top or get the zone on the first hold. You know he was just holding on for dear life because he knows a flash.
Wow, that's a big happens. So you stand one way and it's dead quiet, and then Jakob turned around and the crowd just immediately started cheering.
Yep, got super loud, kind of confirming that he was doing the right kind of thing, finding that heel toe cam, calling it that because his heel is on one side of this little crack that's created by the volume, and his toe is on the other end, kind of camming it, which is a piece of
opposition.
It's creating opposition, but the cam itself is a piece of equipment. So it's a fun little technical term that has been created over the years.
You're creating a cam out of your foot as opposed to the device. Once we got through there, watch the boulders play out. We'll see what happens. We'll watch along with you.
Wow, nicely done.
Very nicely done from Mejdi. Moving confidently. This move here is quite powerful, but it doesn't look like he's short on power.
Just gonna need to really stay tight coming into that undercling and have enough power to get high up on that. Nice adjustment
Great
coming
adjustment.
into